One grave at Green Hill Cemetery in Waynesville is a reminder of America's turmoil, where folks like Steve Fogg find it fascinating that
we have a little bit of the JFK assassination story right here in our backyard.
William Greer was a World War II veteran, eventually working with the Secret Service.
Driving JFK in Dallas 50 years ago.
A life journey that merged with a devastating death.
President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Greer retired and eventually moved to Waynesville. Glenn Stewart says he heard stories of Greer playing golf at the country club.
You know, I was surprised to find out about that, and so that led to an interest in finding out where he's buried over here in Waynesville.
Glenn was told he rarely spoke of that assassination.
When it was brought up that he was pretty, closed-mouthed about it, he didn't want anybody to he didn't want to cause any more controversy, I'm sure.
We spoke to JFK expert Vince Palomara via Skype.
There's a lot of people that, rightly so in my opinion, believe that he is responsible indirectly for the assassination because, again, Secret Service agents are trained. If he hits the gas and obeys an order of the agent in charge who was sitting next to him, history would have been different.
The author of Survivor's Guilt interviewed Greer's son about his late father, concluding that the Secret Service agent was tormented for years.
He had a lot of guilt about what happened in Dallas because whether or not he believed Oswald acted alone or not, if his dad would have hit the gas, President Kennedy would be alive today.
Greer died of cancer in 1985, but speculation and conspiracy theories live on.
You know, there's been a lot of controversy, and there's even some theory that he was involved in the killing.
Theories that Palomara says bothered the family.
His son was pretty forthcoming about his dad. He kind of wavered back and forth. I think his son, frankly, wasn't too thrilled about the notion out there that people thought that maybe he had something to do with it as far as if he would have hit the gas and so forth. But, I could kind of read between the lines. I could tell it was something that definitely bothered his father, judging by how defensive his son was about it.
And 5 decades after that turbulent and tragic chapter, many replay the horror in their minds.
And my thought is this is going to go on forever to the end of time.
Imagining what people like Bill Greer took to their grave.
I'm sure it haunted him being where he was when he was.